Ah, such a lovely morning. Oh, hello there. Oh, come on, join me. Let me show you around before we continue with this video of ours. Hello again. It's me, Creeper Assassin. Now, I'm sure you have plenty of questions, but let me go straight to the point. I've been missing for a while, and I'll answer everything that you might be wondering at the end of the video. For now, let's discuss the title of this video. Name it, get it, the All Natural Cans update. Why is that? Well, because I'm combining the two Name It Get It packs updates into one video to make my work a bit more easier. Now, as the name suggests, the Name It Get It V1 update is called the All Natural update, while the Name It Get It Food edition is getting the Canned update or the Cans update, call it whatever you want. Both packs have had small and big parts of its content added, and hopefully you enjoy it. So let's begin with the food edition. Right behind me is the first part of it, and that's the canned version of the Name It Get It food edition. As you can see, every bit of the pack has its own form of canned version, from the beef to the apples, and for some Americans, because that's the only place I found it, we even got canned pie. I took the liberty of adding this with cooked versions, but since cooking indoors without any form of air continuation or filtering is kinda hard, so I put them on the outside. So come on, let me show you. Right here is where the cooked versions are. The design is as similar to the cans, keeping the outside look, but the inside it's opened and it has the cooked colors of it, making it more easily to see that it's actually being cooked, because if I just open the can, someone might get confused. Due to the pack's limitation though, you have to cook the food normally and then rename it to get it. Now, a bit of an additional discussion to have with is that some have S's on the end, such as potatoes and other types of food. So I hope you understand on this. But now let's get to the nitty-gritty parts of the update. As you can kinda see around me, it's the natural update for the Name It Get It V1. Let's begin with the first stone armors I actually made for the update, which I actually love. And this is the sandstone and stone, or sand actually, because sandstone and red sandstone types of armor. Now, due to Minecraft not actually having stone armor, but actually stone tools, I'm using the iron one as a change for textures. Now, they both look similar in design as they're both sharpened, but only the red sandstone one is, while the rest is a bit more blunt on the sandstone one. This is the one I actually like the most, considering my name, Creeper Assassin. After all, I do kill creepers for fun. So yes, this armor is designed after the blocks right here, and I chose to give it a name. As you can see, this is the Minecraft enchanting table alphabet, if you'd like to call it that. It says TNT, which is actually for the creepers. Now imagine having a coat around them. This armor would be perfect for you. And this one is for the wither, with small heads on the arms and the bigger one at the main. And this is actually quite my proudest work. The naming goes for the tools made of stone as well, so you don't get confused. Now, we have here the wooden armors, which is something that took a while to make because I had to have a lot of exploration for it. I chose different cultures, designs from games, and anything else that can come to mind. Of course, I kept the normal oak with the typical design of the tools, because why do I change it when it's basically the same, with actual oak armor added into the game. Now, for this is thanks to leather, because leather is the only way I can make it seem like it's low quality, but at the same time change the texture to something that's more like it. Now, of course, you can't paint the wood, so I apologize for that. But we also have the other types of armors inspired by different cultures and places around the world. Some Chinese, other Japanese, third even modernization and everything of the sort. We got the typical acacia, jungle, the normal oak as we said earlier ago, and then we have the spruce, birch, and the dark oak, which it does look like chocolate, mind you, but I couldn't avoid it. It's actually dark oak. Mostly the ideas came from the doors, but the designs came from coachers, as I said earlier. But where's the rest? I said this was a big update, where is it? Well, if you've noticed this big hole right here, which we're going to be jumping in a bit, is where we go with the stone armors. Now, due to some problems, I do have to warn you that this is going to be a long fall, and if you jump, you might die. But I don't think you're going to die, because you're just a spectator here, and I'm the one jumping. So yeah, here we go. Yep. And we're here. Oof, that was quite a fall. Must have been painful on the knees. But let's begin with the first type of stone armor we actually made, and that is the stone armor. Again, for the stone types of armor, I'm using iron with the typical stone tools. And for the original, I didn't have to rename or change anything because it's the basic texture. And then we begin with the rest that are inspired by the new caves and cliffs update, as you can see in this very big cave of mine. We have the dripstone, the tuff, the deep slate, we got the calcite, we got andesite and granite, and from those two there is a third one that we're not going to mention because frankly I don't want to speak about the ugliest texture I find in the game, but that's about it. Most textures, as I said, are inspired from video games this time, or realism. The dripstone armor has its own type of holes in it, like it's created from calcite and dripstone, not calcite. I apologize for the misconception. And imagine just it forming naturally in a cave somewhere around in the world. For the tough armor, I chose the Spets Russian armor, as I know it has this type of helmet with the double protection and little vision, and made it look tough as hell. Same for the tools, being more widened and not so sharp, being a lot more blunt type weapons. And we got the Deep Slate one, which kinda reminds me of some armors from the Soulsborne games, which I'm a big fan of. Same with the calcite, which kinda got inspired by the arcane in Bloodborne, with the covering of eyes and the fine white print of everything. And as the base two armors here with the andesite and granite, I thought I'd choose the simple netherite look of the armor, considering nothing else came to mind for those two bases. And yeah, but now that we're done with the overworld, let's get to the weird places, to the nether. And here we are. Wow, took quite a while to walk to here since you can't see the portal, but before we get back to the textures, I'd like to tell you that this isn't the most innovative part of the update, considering some textures cannot be made the way I'd like them to look, maybe because of my own limitations or anything, so please don't be disappointed. And first we begin with the warped armor and tools, with them actually having a design that's a bit more viney and warped, as you can see. Everything here has its own type of feel to the original wooden swords that I've actually chosen to base it off. After all, wood is wood. I've heard some complaints that this wood doesn't actually look like wood, but mushrooms. Hello there, little guy. Hope you enjoy the armor, but it's not for you. We got another one for you specially. Next we got the crimson one, the more refined version. And would you kindly move away? Thank you very much. It's a more refined version of the warped one with its counterpart in the nether, after all. A bit more smoothed out than someone of high class would probably wear, but also very rigid in design. Next we come to the basalt. I should remember the names quite easily, but you know, stress does that to you. And we'll get to that in the end. But the basalt armor is actually something that I had quite fun enjoying. I took the idea of someone getting covered in lava, and then the lava turning into basalt, and then this whole thing turning like this, with a hole in the heart and the eyes, and the rest being all chipped, and looks lovely, doesn't it? The tools of the same caliber, like the normal tools, but covered in basalt, and then boom, you get it like this. Next we come to the one for the little guys over there, or if you wanna look like them, we got the blackstone armor, which I'm quite proud of in the design, adding the small, You can call them teeth, horns, or whatever you feel like on the side, with the sigil or logo in the middle of the armor. Now, the tools also have this small golden aspect to it to make them feel like they belong to a piglin, with the blunter design and a feel that like you wanna grab it and use it. Next thing, we have the last armor in the nether. Bit more bulkier, but made from the original netherrack. All the tools are blunter. As I said, you can't really make anything sharp out of stone, Mojang. But either way, this is what I came up with. The designs are a bit more durable, as you can see from the handles being a bit longer and attached to the heads more durably. And that's about it. But I'm sure you're wondering, wait, what about endstone? Isn't that type of stone as well? Well, yes, but you can see that you're no longer seeing what I'm showing you, but actually pictograms of it. That means I kinda lost it. The meaning of that is, I got to the end, and I don't know where I put it. So I sent a little bit of a drone to go and get it. After all, getting things from the end should be done safely. And I don't want to get lost again and find my way back, so yeah. I hope you enjoyed it, since the pictures are not really great, with the whole aesthetic being end stone and who knows what else put together in there. So it's a very simple design. Again, I apologize for that. But whoo, we're back home. Yeah, now to the heavy hitting part of this whole update video, as it's not only an update for Name It Get It, it's an update for my life and how things have been lately. Now, as I'm sure most of you know who've chosen to watch me due to me messaging and chatting with you or being interested in the content, I am a student. And I don't have much free time, and actually the last 2 days has been the freest time I could have to actually make a video, and sometimes motivation doesn't really come, so it took a while to make it. The video was set up, I recording it and editing it, and I want to put out content for you guys. But I also don't want to give you something to expect. So keep in mind that I work on videos. I greatly love making stories, and I hope that you enjoy them as well, but don't expect it on a schedule. Because I have a saying, you're gonna have it when it's made. And when I feel it's made perfectly is when you're going to have it. But that was about it. Expect more content, as it's the end of the year and I'll have a bit more free time to actually do that. But I guess you shouldn't really expect updates anytime soon. I will start immediately working on the next ones, as I have great ideas for types of armor that I can make. And I hope you enjoyed this one. This has been Creeper Assassin, and I'm sorry to shut the door on you, but I'll have to say goodbye. Hope you have a great day, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye bye.